Kabe Shri Chaitanya More Karibe Nadaya Kabe Amitai Nava Padakaya Kabe Shri Chaitanya Karibe Krishna Raya
coming from India, are you sure? I was thinking because this intelligent thing.
255.
Also, the dice. Yeah.
Visnajinakanai Bukulajinakanai ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरे कृष्ण राधा कृष्ण की जय है, अद्भुत कृष्ण की माया है, ऐसे श्री घनश्याम को मेरे पार पाना जय है, अद्भुत कृष्ण की माया है। कृष्ण चिन्ह का नाम है, गोकुल चिन्ह का नाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को मेरे पार पाना रजे महान करे, बल बल संकरे मोत्सराय, ऐसे लीला धाम को मेरे पार पाना। रजे महान Uttadottarati Makanakayo Galavala Sangare Motsarayo Aise Shri Radhama Ko Mere Krishna Chinnakana Mahe Gokula Chinnakana Mahe Aise Shri Bhagavatam Ko Mere Krishna Chinnakana Mahe Chinnakana Soda Cola Soba Chayam Kahase Kajako Banda Churayam Aise Padama Ko Mere Bharatana Krishna Chinnakana Mahe Gokula Chinnakana Mahe Aise Shri Bhagavatam Ko Mere Bharatana Krishna Chinnakana Mahe Gokula Chinnakana Aise Shri Gopala Ko Mere Bharatana Aise Shri Ganashama Ko Mere Bharatana Aise Lila Rama Ko Mere Bharatana Aise Padama Ko Mere Get 24.
Yeah.
24. Om Mano Lagena Sankire Mero Samavina Mano Lagena Om Mano Lagena Sankire Mero Samavina Mano Lagena Samavina Mero Samavina Vina Samavina Mano Lagena Samavina Mero Samavina Mano Lagena Om Mano Lagena Sakiri Mero Samavina Mano Lagena Om Mano Sakiri Mero Samavina Mano Lagena Sunni Sunni Rage Sari Patsagi Nagari Sunni Sunni Rage Sari Patsagi Nagari Sunni Sunni Rage Sari Patsagi Nagari Kunzakari Sumi Samavina Mano Lagena Kunzakari Sumi Kunzakari Sumi Samavina Mano Lagena Om Mano Lagena Sakire Mero Samavina Mano Lagena Om Mano Mero Samavina Mano Lagena Kona Sunave Mohe Nitti Nitti Vansuri Kona Sunave Mohe Nitti Nitti Vansuri Kona Natsave Mohe Samavina Mano Lagena Kona Natsave Mohe Samavina Mano Lagena Om Mano Lagena Sakire Mero Mavina Mano Lagena Lagena बिना नाही तोरे गावे श्यामा बिना मन को लागे ना बिना नाही तोरे गावे श्यामा बिना मन को लागे ना ओ मन को लागे ना सखी रे मेरे को माविना मन को लागे ना ओ मन को लागे ना सखी रे मेरे को माविना मन को लागे ना पानिया भवन जब जाओ जमुना पे पानिया भवन जब जाओ यमुना पे पानत सुनो लगे श्यामा बिना मन को लागे ना भंगात सुनो लागे श्यामा बिना मन को लागे ना ओ मन को लागे ना सखी रे मेरे श्यामा बिना मन को लागे ना ओ मन को लागे ना सखी रे मेरे श्यामा बिना मन को लागे ना गिरिधारी मोसे उत्तरे सवारिया गिरिधारी मोसे उत्तरे सवारिया Sina petere, sina na abitero, tasandina mane oladina. Sina na abitere, tasandina mane oladina. Tasandina mane oladina, oh mane oladina sakile. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Kantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prihat Midanga ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavin ki jai, Sri Gaura Premanande, Hari 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 Bom. Om Jai Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Lalita Vishaka Devi Ki Jai. Shri Radha Shama Sundar Jai Shri Gauranitai Ki Jai. Om Jnana Timirandasya Kananjana Shalakaya Chaksu Militangina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Gurave Gorachandaya Ratikaya Tadari Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktayo Namo Namah. Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Pema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratishe Namah. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kansana Gorangi Rate Bindavaneshvari Vrishabhanu Sutte Devi Pranamami Haripyem. Bhaktya Vihina Aparadalaksai Ksiptasya Kamadi Tarangamate Kipamai Chang Saranang Papana Prande Namaste Charanaravindam Yang Bravachantamana Petano Petakityang Tvaipayano Vyarakadara Ajuhavam Putteti Tanmataya Tarabo Vinedus Tang Savabhutaridayang Munimanatosmim. Grantarat Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 2, Shloka number 35, continued. Bhagavan Sarva Bhuteshu Bhagavan Sarva Bhuteshu Bhagavan Sarva Bhuteshu Laksitaha Sva Atmana Harihi Laksitar Svatmana Harihi Laksitar Svatmana Harihi Drishyai Buddhi Adibhi Drashta Drishyair Bhutyadi Pir Drashta Drishyair Bhutyadi Pir Drashta Laksanair Anumapakai Laksanair Anumapakai Laksanair Anumapakai. So, the Shanta Bhakta sees the Supreme Lord in all beings by the mercy of Paramatma. The Lord and the Jiva are inferred by symptoms such as their observable intelligence. We have already heard this morning and last time about the shloka. Sukadeva Goswami was describing the two types of yogi. And now he is coming to a path which is superior to that of the impersonalist yogis. That is the path of bhakti, pure bhakti, or prem. Sukadeva Goswami is recommending this path among all other paths. So now first he is explaining that the Shanta Bhakta, those have a neutral position, neutral relation with God. They are seeing Him everywhere, at all times, in all beings. So that can be in a very advanced stage like Prahlad Maharaj, that he will actually see the Lord everywhere in different forms, just like he saw Nrsimhadev in that pillar. But even in the beginning, everyone who has some intelligence, he can understand that there must be a soul and there must be a super soul, Paramatma, Supreme Soul. So we have discussed this morning in great detail, that we can understand that the symptoms of intelligence means there must be a soul, because material elements, they don't have intelligence on their own. Yeah. If we can see some symptoms of intelligence, like creating something, then we can immediately understand there must be one living entity, which is different from matter, because matter alone never creates anything. So there are different arguments like that. And also, if you see how wonderfully this material creation is arranged, everything functions perfectly, then in this way also we can understand there must be a higher intelligence guarding this universe. Sachi, könntest du mir gerade mal die Evolution der Bewusstsein geben? Evolution der Bewusstsein. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains how actually simply by the use of one's intelligence, one can understand that there must be soul and there must be God. So so let's quickly go through this logic that Bhaktivinoda Thakur used. This is from Sri Chaitanya Shikshamritam. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, first of all, the regulated and systematic way how everything happens within this universe. There you cannot have any doubt that this order is planned and designed by an huge intelligence like that. So, for example, like logic and intelligence, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains it has to be used properly. If the intelligence is used properly, then you can discover some truth. If it is used in the wrong way, then you may get to a wrong conclusion. So like if you have two conditions, then you can make conclusion, but only if the conditions are true. True plus true gives true. Okay, like that is logic. Like for example, a man may see in the distance some smoke. So then he can conclude that there is some fire. But then two conditions must be true for that. First of all, that you must be sure that where smoke is coming, there must be fire. And the second is that what you see is really smoke and not fog or something else. Okay, so only if both conditions are fulfilled, then you can be sure that there must be fire. Like that. So, like if we use that for this creation, then you can use the same logic. Like to that extent as you can see beauty and perfect functionality in the workings of the universe, then you can conclude that here there is one conscious creation by an intelligence of unmeasurable energy going on. So that, but for that you have to be sure that there's something which is coming by chance can never attain such a perfection. Just like take a smartphone. You can be sure that this is the work of an intelligent creator, because something like that can impossibly be come by chance. Everyone understands that. But if you look, like we looked this morning, how perfectly this body is working. Everything, so many thousands and millions of small machines working in this body to breathe, to digest, to perform all the functions. Yeah, actually how, what scientifically, for example, our joints are arranged, that they work as they should work. Then you can also very easily conclude there must be a great intelligence behind. Something like that cannot come by any chance. And this is, although scientists, they try to tell us that something like that came by chance. But this is not proven crazy theory, actually. And many times, actually, this is widerlegt, refuted. That idea, that something as complex as even one cell can come by chance. That is not possible. Yeah. Okay. So we see beauty and perfect functionality. Just like you have a car. It is beautiful. Maybe not, but and it has some functionality. It fulfills a purpose, like that. Then immediately you can understand it's a creator, like that. There's a form which will not come by chance. Even if you just see a chair, you can understand the chair is not coming by chance. It has some functionality, it serves some purpose, and it has some specific form, which is too complex to come about simply by chance. Or by chance some air and wind, they formed one kind of nail from iron, and then by chance this nail, he fell from the sky and just fell into the chair to fix the... Look, it's just ridiculous. So you can understand some intelligence there. Same way, if we look at our body, we can understand how this perfectly, this universe, everything works together. We can understand intelligence must be there. People believe scientists because they don't like to serve God. This is the only reason. And because otherwise, before Kali Yuga there were no atheists. No one was as foolish to believe that everything is coming about by chance. But in Kali Yuga, people, they don't like to serve God. That's why they, taking to such theories and believing them. Okay, now, second logic he's using, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, someone may argue, if there's a creator, then that creator must also have been created by something or by someone. Understand? Then what is the cause? The people are atheists, they come with this argument. If God is the cause of everything, then what is the cause of God? But that argument is not valuable because the original intelligence, God, is made out of consciousness. It is consciousness. So consciousness is not something that is created. Consciousness is there. Just like we, as a soul, we existed already since time immemorial. And we will continue to exist forever after. We are neither created, nor neither we will die. Consciousness is never created. Consciousness is eternal. Consciousness is something which you cannot put under the laws of matter, which has some point of creation and annihilation. Because consciousness is not matter. Yeah, understand? So to use logic of something material and to try to apply it on consciousness, this is wrong. You cannot do that because consciousness is something different than matter. Matter has material forms, they always have a cause. But consciousness is different. Consciousness does not need a cause. Consciousness is there. So therefore, to say God has to have a cause, and that logic is not valuable or valid, because it is based on a wrong presumption. That presumption that consciousness must also have been created, which is not the case. Okay? Presumption, Annahme. Then, third argument, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is using, if by some special process atoms combining together could form consciousness, then you should see an example of that somewhere. That somewhere you should have some example how material elements, they come together and they form consciousness. Yeah. If you're saying consciousness is created from matter, then you give some example. Give some proof of that. But no one has ever seen that consciousness is coming from matter. Yeah? Have you seen? No one has seen, because such a thing is not possible. Life always comes from life. This we have discussed this morning. Life always comes from another living entity. Life never forms out of matter. There was never any example. Scientists said this happened in the past. Automatically, atoms, they came together, they built life. And in the future, we will show how we will also do like that. We will make life from matter. Right now, we cannot do. That's what they're saying. A robot is not a living being, is it?
But now, if we're talking about consciousness, now they say that this EE.
What?
Like
artificial intelligence?
They teach each other. They communicate with each other and teach each other. And we consider that they do only this method which we put in them. But now they are playing, which is other in poker, and they stop using this formulas. They started to cheating. They go beyond the program.
So now this has become a living entity?
I don't know.
Of course not. And this is only the material elements any computer can only do according to the program which is designed it will develop, and it may write its own program, whatever it can do. It can adopt it a certain. That may all be there, no problem. They can. This kind of things are possible. This does not make it a living entity. A living entity means to have desires. Does artificial intelligence have any desire? Then also, living entity means birth, growing, then creating byproducts, creating children, dwindling and death. That is what? A symptom of a living being, where the soul is inside. And also, living entity means experiencing happiness and distress, happiness and pain. So if you apply all definitions of living entity, you cannot come with any computer. It is not a living entity. It does not feel any pain. It does not feel any happiness. It does not have any desires. It is simply following some mechanical procedure.
Some people also can follow this mechanical.
What's that?
Some people live their lives like robots,
I think that's a different topic. Okay, but so logic is here. Can you make a living entity out of matter? Not example anywhere, in any case. The artificial intelligence is never a living entity. It is just a computer program which gives some result. Understand? Okay. So therefore, mothers and fathers are not coming from matter. They are designed by God. Yes, mothers and fathers. And atoms are also actually created by God. So atoms never coming together can never bring about life. Then fourth kind of logic, we also have already told this morning. In every culture, at all times, you will find that God is worshipped. Yeah. So something which is done at all times, in all places, must be universal truth. Because if it would be some kind of illusion of someone, or some kind of idea of someone, then it would not be universally adopted everywhere, like that. Like the example Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving, if you calculate 10 plus 10, it is 20. That is 20 everywhere. In the old Greek culture, in any culture, 10 plus 10 makes 20. It never makes 15. And if someone wanted to make a law, 10 plus 10 makes 15, that will not be universally adopted at all times. It will be rejected. So in the same way, simply the proof that in every culture, at all times, God is worshipped, it is actually proof that this is one universal truth, the existence of God. Otherwise, if it would just be the idea of someone, that would not be everywhere and all times accepted. And also, fifth argument Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving. If you want to raise human life on a higher platform, then the acceptance of God and an existence after death is essential. Yeah. Because if we are just a pile of chemical elements, and after a few days we disappear and we disintegrate in a pile of many material elements, what is the use to strive for any ideals in this world? What is the use of any morality, the use of any good values, to go for any values? If simply everything is just a pile of elements, which after a few days disintegrates and disappears forever. So if such an idea would be accepted, that we are just a pile of elements and after death everything is over, then such a life is completely small and meaningless. There's no use of living at all, such a life, because it is so insignificant, meaningless. So therefore, if there's a God, naturally, then this faith in God, the human life, can rise and can find its fulfillment. You can have hope, you can have inspiration, you can have a broad vision of what will happen later on. And in this way you will search to rise your consciousness and to develop and to do good and do all these things which rise human consciousness. Without acceptance of God, the life is just meaningless. Also, sixth argument. If there's no proper faith in God, then also there will be no morality in human society. As we have just said, if just everything is just by chance, some elements coming together, what is the use of any moral values? Why should I not kill someone if it's just a pile of elements? This is the same like I put my garbage bin in the dustbin. It's also a pile of elements. So if I put this pile of elements or this pile of elements which you call human into the dustbin, what is the difference? Drastic example. But if we follow this atheistic idea, then what is the difference? It's just a pile of material elements. Then I can use this computer with the artificial intelligence I can put into the dustbin, or I can put my neighbor into the dustbin. Some difference? Both have intelligence. Big difference, isn't it? You will say, oh, I killed my artificial intelligence. Now I'm a murderer. I killed my computer. And that is foolish. So very clearly you can understand. Why are they what? Jail, okay. Yes. If everything is the same, everything is one, then what is the difference? Why to make any rules at all in human society? This, you should not do this, you should do that. If just material element interacting with each other, what is the difference? Some chemical reaction, this is one chemical reaction, is everything the same. So actually, all you can study, all morality, all values in human society, ultimately they come from religion. If there's no religion, if there's no God, then human life will degrade. They will become more and more degraded. And you can see practical how in societies where there's no God, how actually consciousness is degrading more and more and more. So in this way, by so many different kinds of use of intelligence, one can easily understand that God is a fact. There must be some high consciousness, unlimited, powerful entity which is in control, in charge of everything. And also, by the use of intelligence, you can understand there must be a soul, like that. Okay, we had the also arguments about the soul this morning, huh? And then Alex, point at yourself, please. Point at yourself.
Point at yourself. What does it mean?
Point means I'm pointing at Nautam. You point at yourself.
Still I didn't get it.
Pointing means showing your finger to someone. Because I want to see. This is one kind of test. So point at yourself, please.
It's not about testing you.
I don't understand.
What you don't understand?
I should put
Yeah, show me where you are.
where
There. Okay. That's what I want to know. Why you pointing your finger here? Why you not pointing it here? Or pointing it here? Why you pointing it here? No, you did not point at the middle. You pointed here, this side. Why?
Not einschlau werden.
Yeah. You did not point here. You pointed here. You know why? Because that's where you are. The soul is situated in the heart. That's where you are. That's why you're pointing here. And everyone will point there. You can ask any person, point at yourself. They will all point here. Nobody will point here or point there. Yeah. Get the point? So. No, there's nothing to believe. That is just, you can see. Everyone can see. Yeah. And everyone will say, my hand, my leg, my head. No one will say, I'm head. Yeah. And they will say, my this. Means it is mine, but it's not me. That's not me. So who is me? Who am I? I'm the soul, living entity. So by use of intelligence, we can understand the existence of a soul. We can also understand the existence of a super soul. Just like very easily you can understand what is the difference between a dead and a living body. What's the difference? Yeah. That's true, but why?
Because it has no essence, or it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Dead body, everyone is afraid. A dead body. But a living body, everyone is attracted. I'm generalizing. Don't find faults here. But, that is the thing. As soon as the soul leaves the body, it's just a pile of matter. And doesn't matter what, like scientists say, okay, something changes in the dead body. Yes, it starts to rot. This is true. But they're saying, yes, some elements are changing, that's why life is gone. Then we are challenging, we are saying, so put these elements back. Could not be so difficult. You can find out what are the elements missing in the dead person. Put back these elements, then he should be alive again. What is the problem? Then why anyone has to die? Why just don't put these elements inside which make that body not functioning anymore? If that is just a combination, life is just a combination of a few elements. You don't even need to create some life, no problem. Just stop people from dying. Just put these elements which make people die, which lacking make people die. Then, can anyone do? He cannot do. So all these things, they are very good arguments why there must be soul, why there must be God, like that. Okay, at this point in our investigation, okay, next time. Otherwise I never finish this purport. At this point in our investigation, we may consider the following question. On the one hand, we realize that all our perception and activities are conditioned by arrangements of material nature. Yet we also ordinarily feel and say, I'm perceiving and I'm doing. Therefore we can say that our material senses of perception and action are moving because we are identifying the self with the material body, and that the superior principle of Supersoul is guiding and supplying us according to our desire. So things like, for example, our digestion. We may have this idea, I'm digesting. In fact, we are not digesting, because we cannot control what is going inside the stomach. Can you control your digestion? Yeah, but I'm not meaning putting something else inside. I'm meaning the steering the contraction and expansion of the stomach. Can you move these muscles? Now I want to digest. Now I want to push something into my intestines. Can you have...
When you distress, stomach start working very active.
That may be, but I'm not meaning that. Still, you are not actively steering your stomach. Understand? It's not like a machine. You push this button, now it is contracting. You push another button, it is like expanding. Next button, now push it here. This is going on your own. At nighttime when you are sleeping, are you digesting? But you are digesting. Are you responsible for that digesting?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's why. So if you don't remember, that means you are not responsible. Otherwise you could remember. Yeah. So when you are sleeping, are you in charge of your breathing? Are you managing your breathing? Don't say yes, because you cannot do anything actually. If you think you're doing, it's just false ego. This machine is a machine which is working under the control of the material energy, which is controlled by God. That's why this machine is working. I have a desire, let me raise my hand. Then hand is going up. So, but I'm not the one who actively say this muscle I have to now contract and go the mass. Automatically these things are going on. So this is Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita. Prakriti kriyamanini gunai kamani savas ahankara vimutatma katam iti manyate. Prakriti kriyamanini, material energy she is doing. Ruled by the gunas, by these three modes of nature. Ahankara vimudha atma katam iti manyate. Only vimudha atma means a very foolish person who has gross false ego. He will think I'm the doer, I'm doing that. Yeah, so this is Krishna explaining Bhagavad Gita. So actually the thing is God giving us this ego, I'm doing. That's why we think I'm doing that. But actually we are not doing. Krishna is performing, not Krishna, but material nature under the guidance of God is doing all these activities.
Why are we responsible?
Because actually we are very weak, small, tiny soul, we cannot do anything. Just we are giving this machine of a body, and God allows us, according to our desire, to use that in a certain way. But we are not the one who actually... we have not built this machine also. Have you consciously designed your body, growing your legs and fingers?
By my previous decisions and desires.
I don't think you were consciously thinking, I want to take birth in this and this family, and I want to have and this kind face. I want to have a round face and this eye color. And this is true, but I'm not meaning that. I'm meaning you have not consciously designed your body. You were born in the womb.
But if you already know this mechanic, you can use it or be with your body in the future.
But who is doing the mechanic? That's I'm asking. I'm not asking that you can use it. Yes, God has given you a body to use it. This is true. But whose body is it? And who is, taking care of it? Who is making it grow? Who is making it function? Not you. But God is doing that. Yes? Okay. So by taking advantage of the guidance of the super self in the form of intelligence, we can either continue to study and to put into practice our conclusion, I am not this body, or we can choose to remain in the false material identification, fancying ourselves to be the possessors and doers. That's for you. Or that you can choose. Either you can think, I'm the doer and the possessor. Or we can continue and put into practice this conclusion, I'm not this body. Our freedom consists in orientating our desire either towards the ignorant material misconception or the true spiritual conception. We can have, this is our choice. We can choose to think, I'm the doer, I'm the body, I'm the controller of this world, or we can choose to understand I'm insignificant, a living entity, controlled by material nature and controlled by God. This choice we have.
This choice is not one time, it is
Yes, it is every second, every day. We can make this choice. Free will, yeah. We can easily attain the true spiritual conception by recognizing the Paramatma to be our friend and guide, and by dovetailing our intelligence with the superior intelligence of Paramatma. Dovetailing means subordinating, like that. So we can easily, if we follow God's instruction, we can easily advance in our life. The super self and the individual self are both spirit, and therefore the super self and the individual self are both qualitatively one and distinct from matter. But the super self and the individual self cannot be on equal level, because the super self gives direction or supplies intelligence, and the individual self follows the direction, and thus actions are performed properly. Living entity means we are always controlled. We are never independent. We are always completely controlled, either by the mature energy or either by the spiritual energy, like that. Yes, we don't want to become old. We don't want to die, but we are forced to do that by matter. Material energy. So, and God is the one who's always in control. He's controlling everything. So this is the difference between us and God.
Sometimes I don't want to eat.
If I want to die, I'm not forced to die.
If you don't want to die, you're not forced to die.
Die?
My father.
I'm not forced to die. If I won't die.
What are you saying? Können doch mal auf Deutsch sagen.
If you want to die, it means you doesn't force to die.
Nochmal auf Deutsch, bitte.
Wenn ich sterben möchte, dann braucht mich keiner zu zwingen. Dann bin ich nicht gezwungen zu sterben. Dann sterbe ich freiwillig.
Suicide.
You mean if you want to do suicide, then...
Not suicide, no.
I don't get it. I don't get it. What is it? Nicht mal auf Deutsch. Okay. Can we stop here? Continue tomorrow.
Not one day more.
And tomorrow morning will be fast. But now it's a little late.
Free will, like Krishna has control over it, or
If Krishna has control over our free will, no, he will not. He will not, because that is the meaning of free will. He created us in that way, that we have this independence. We can decide, I want to serve God or I don't want to serve God. He will not take that from us under no condition.
He's giving chances.
but in one lifetime we have to we will follow God. Because anyone who comes here will go back.
But the thing is that if we don't serve God, then we will get some reaction until we learn our lesson in this world and understand that, yes, I want to serve God. But Krishna is waiting for that patiently. He's waiting lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. He's thinking, when will he finally come to me? He's waiting until we make this decision. And he will help us to make that decision, but we have to do it. Yes.
We are in the bridge and we have to hold the rope.
Yes, this is a good example. We are like in a blind well, fallen in. Krishna is drawing us the rope, and he's telling, please, hold on, get out. But we have to hold on. Otherwise, we will not get out like that.
In Bhagavad Gita, I read I don't remember the exact lines, but it is this cycle will go on and go on. One world will be created, destroyed, other will be created. So, how many souls want to enjoy on their own? That is.
What's the question?
It is said this world creation will go on and on, destruction, creation.
Yes.
Material world.
Yeah.
But then so many souls have to come here, right?
Yes. There's unlimited thoughts. Because consciousness is also not limited, understand? You cannot count the souls because they are consciousness, There's also this rules. Material world, everything is limited by time and space and like that. But with spirit, it is not like that. There's no limit of souls. There's also no limit of God. He's unlimited. That may be difficult for our mature brain to grasp, but that is the verdict of the Shastras, like that.
And still every soul is so individual. So many souls that each is individual.
Yes.
Every time
would be very. If there would be two like me, my goodness, one is enough.
Every time I think about it, then I try not to think, because it feels like we are in this game. Does it, like, with her logic, with my logic, I think like,
It is true. This world is like unlimited and endless, but still, you are an individual case, and you can come out. And that is what matters. You cannot deliver everyone. Like one time, Vasudev Ghosh, he told to Mahaprabhu, I have one request. Please give me the karma of all living entities in the universe so that they can be delivered. I will suffer for all of them, no problem, but please deliver the whole universe. Then Mahaprabhu was saying, if one gardener, he has one bucket of mustard seed, and one mustard seed falls out, the gardener will not even realize that one mustard seed is missing. He's saying, how many souls are within this universe? Unlimited. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, even if I deliver the whole universe, then how many universes are there? It's like this one mustard seed, a whole bucket of mustard seeds. I will not even notice like that. So it is unlimited. Understand the point? What's that?
he's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he realizes everything.
But what is the meaning by you saying?
This one seed
Yeah,
drop out from the bucket.
yeah.
How is it possible that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't realize it?
Your logic, your brain is like Mahaprabhu is giving one example. He's saying, yes, I will deliver this whole universe. But there's still no problem, because there's still unlimited and unlimited universes. Even if I deliver one universe, still there will be unlimited universes. That is the point he is making. Not that he will not realize. So even though it is like that, still, each of us is individual. And Krishna, he is concerned about each one of us individually. Krishna is thinking, when will this soul, which is in this body of Alexander Yemelyanov, when will this soul finally come back to me? When will he finally decide I want to serve Krishna?
What's the essential quality of the soul? Because it is possible that someone can look like me, think like me, even have feelings like me. They could be absolutely similarly like me. It's possible.
Not completely possible, because no material things or even no spiritual things are ever completely the same. Just like even 2 grains of sand will never be the same. 2 snowflakes will never be the same. Yes, they will never be really the same. They also will not be the same. There will be some difference. The mother will know which is one, which is whom. Easy.
Some twins make a joke with their mothers.
Maybe. Still there's difference between them. They will have different likings. They all go a different path in life. They are never the same. They have different karma, they have different desires, they have different... Also there will be some difference will be there between them. 2 material things can never be absolutely the same. That is not possible. In the same way, no souls will ever be the same. Every soul is individual. You have your own spiritual form, which no one else has. And you have your own sweet relationship with Krishna, which no one else has. And Krishna wants that relationship just with you, because he cannot have this relationship with anyone else. Therefore, he wants that you love him, and he wants to love you, because he's missing you. He's waiting. When he is finally coming to me? Without him, I don't feel happy. Even Krishna, even he is happy, he is not happy that you are not with him.
If I have my own relationship with Krishna, for what make some rules? Worship.
And if you are coming on that on the high platform, on the Raganuga Bhakti, no rules, just love. Only the rule of love is there. Then your worship will also be completely individual. With what mood you worship Krishna, which name of Krishna you like the most, with which relationship, which pastime of Krishna you like the most. This will all be individual. And no one can give you any rule for that. There are no rules for Raganuga Bhakti. Only beginning, when we are conditioned, maturely conditioned, some rules are there so that we don't degrade, that we are protected in our consciousness. Right? But once we come on the platform of love, no rules are there. Everything is just spontaneous love. Like that. More? Was machst du jetzt? Hast du was Interessanteres vor? Kantarat Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
If I'm not opposed to all these rules and regulations, nobody can force me. Wenn ich mit allem einverstanden bin, brauche ich keiner zu zwingen.
Was denn?
Srila Vishnu Astara Sata Sisi Bhakti Prasad Keshav Srila Bhakti Vedanta Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Vishnu Astara Sata Sisi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Paramahamsa Sigora Kishara Stala Srimad ki jai. Srila Satit Ananda Bhakti Notako ki jai. Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sri Jagannatha Stava Srimad ki jai. Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Sri Baladevi Devasan Prabhu ki jai. Srila Vishwanath Sargavadi Thakur ki jai. Srila Nautam Srinivasa Mananda Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj Kusula Prabhu ki jai. Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghunatha Kusula Prabhu ki jai. Sri Swarup Damodara Ramananda Sri Guru Prasad ki jai. Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Premse Kavasi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Virata Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vina ki jai. Sri Antavik Maya Kose Mantavik Gurumar Vimantavik Goratavik Vaitavik Chanavik Gora Goma Vaitavik Gora Viratmaka Namaskar ki jai. Sri Shivara Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Gopala Maratmaka Sri Ratmana ki jai. Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Yamuna Gamatra Sri Bhakti Devi ki jai. Raita Vishaka Shakivina ki jai. Sri Jagannath Paradeva Subhadra Sri Sudarshan Chakra ki jai. Sri Nrsimha Bhagavan ki jai. Bhakta Pavai Shukra Maharaj ki jai. Chao Sampadaya ki jai. Kalamatra Chaitanya Mat ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Granthrat Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Samagar Bhakta Vina ki jai. Go